The mean division time of the bacteria was once every 19.5 minutes. If 100 bacteria were added to an agar plate at the start of the investigation, how many bacteria would there be after 4 hours? Give your answer in standard form for 4 marks. So this is quite a hard and complicated maths question and will certainly require quite a lot of thinking. I definitely recommend that you write out all of your workings out for this question, as there's quite a few places you could slip up, but it's also quite easy to pick up 1, 2 or 3 marks. The first thing you need to do is you need to work out how many minutes are in 4 hours. We know that the bacteria divide every 19.5 minutes, so if they're given 4 hours, how much time is that? So 4 hours times 60 minutes, because there's 60 minutes in an hour, is 240 minutes. That's your first mark. So if we know the bacteria are being left for 240 minutes, and we know that they divide every 19.5 minutes, we need to work out how many duplications they'll actually be able to do in that time. So we'll do 240 minutes and we'll divide that by 19.5 minutes. That should give you some really long decimal number like 12.307 duplications. Now, of course, the bacteria can only undergo full duplications, so you can round that down to 12 duplications. So we know that the bacteria will divide 12 times during that 4-hour period. We've been told that we have 100 bacteria to start off with, and we know that that number is going to double 12 times. So how do we work that out? You use the number 100, so the number of starting bacteria, and you times that by 2 because we're doubling. You then put that 2 to the power of 12 for 12 duplications. So typing that in on your scientific calculator, you'll put in 100 times 2 to the power of 12. That should give you 409,600. If you can't quite work out how to do that, you can of course just press times 2 12 times, but that will take you a little bit longer, so it's easier to learn this shortcut, especially when this sort of question comes up quite often. Once we know that we've got 409,600 bacteria at the end of the 4 hours, we can turn this into standard form. So standard form means that you just have one number before the decimal point and then the other numbers afterwards. So you would have 4.096, and then we know that there are 5 decimal places there, so it's 4.096 times 10 to the power of 5 in standard form. Remember, whenever you get one of these maths questions, it will generally tell you that you need to put it in a certain unit or a certain format, so like to several decimal places or to standard form. Always make sure you read that last bit of the question and always make sure you've given your answer in the correct format.